Good evening to all. My name is Shashikala Reddy. So I'm the project leader for this project, and he's my team member Prakash, who is a supplier quality engineer. So today we'll be presenting a project. This is on one failure mode called scratch in the glass. We were developing a display for BMW, and we are developing one supplier at Japan, that's Tokyo. And we completed this project at the supplier site at Tokyo. So the project objective is to reduce scratch reduction from 12% to 5%. So this is my project team. This project was led by me and Antonio Dimas. He's the project champion who is located at Portugal, and process owner is supplier, and technical support, we took the support from the supplier technical leader. Support team members are Prakash and two more representatives at the supplier end. So problem statement is to reduce scratch, which is the top failure mode. Why we took this project is this was a top fourth failure mode, and because of this high scrap, we were not able to meet the delivery, and also it was impacting the quality, and also we are not able to keep up our project timing plan. So in view of this, and also there was a serious escalation from BMW to our CEO. So in view of this, we need to take multiple projects at the supplier's end as part of supplier development activity. And so the objective statement is to reduce scratch from 12% to 5%. Current status is 12% and desired status is 5%. Critical to quality is to meet the timing plan, improve quality, and also to enhance the delivery requirements. So cost of poor quality is 2.2 million US dollar is a saving out of this project. And cost of poor quality, yes, we had multiple escalations from OEM, and also the customer dissatisfaction level when we launched this project was very low. So defect definition, yes, some of the factors probable causes. They were using contaminated sponge in the cutting process, and some mishandling of glass, because here it's more of manual handling of glass, right from cutting process, anti-glare, anti-reflection, printing process, and final inspection. So too much of mishandling of glass at a series of process. And whenever they were handling glass in the cassettes, so there was a high probability of glass getting tilted, so that used to develop scratch. And also they were doing transmittance measurement and height measurement in anti-glare process. So every day they need to do transmittance measurement for 60 parts per day. So after completing the transmittance measurement, because of too much of handling in the fixture, it used to develop scratch. And also they need to do length measurement, which is one of the critical or special characteristic. So every day 60 parts were subjected to length measurement. This also developed scratch. So these were the probable causes. And the cost of poor quality, so we collected all the scrap parts from 1st Jan to 20th March. So the annual volume for this part was 6.5 lakhs per volume from BMW. So estimated cost saving 2.2 million US dollar for this project. And I've just given the key process steps. So the first process is here a raw glass rough cut, but I didn't show because the yield was 100%. But we had issues right from forming, cutting, anti-glare, inkjet printing. So we had 2 layers of printing, inkjet 1 and inkjet 2. Anti-reflection process, AFP process, that is anti-finger printing process. So we developed a timing plan. So we had an aggressive target to complete this project within 10 weeks to meet the timing and delivery requirements. So we were almost, we complied to the timing plan, but we took a couple more weeks to implement the improve action items. So we started the improve action items, but we took additional 3 weeks to monitor the effectiveness and implement. Otherwise, we were able to complete the project. It started in calendar week 13 and completed by calendar week 22 of the year. So now I'll hand over to Prakash to take through the measure phase.
Thank you, Shashi. So actually this is a character chart for the top defects in final inspections. So out of the so many rejections has been happening in this part. So we have taken the top seven failure modes. So these are the things: AR pinhole, foreign material, stain, dust, scratch, peel off, AG. So here top 2 is already been presented in this the location. So now we are going for this project stain. So here this is the 4th highest failure mode impacting the final inspection area. So this is a trend of total scratch in all the processes like cutting, AJ, inkjet 1, 2, anti-reflecting, and the final inspection. So here you can see from calendar week 6, 9 and 10 is been the having the rejection has been happening in the final inspection. So baseline we have fixed is at 12%. So based on the baseline, so we have fixed a target of 5%. So we are going to reduce the target of 5%. So this is only from the scratch is happened in the final inspection. So you can see in the calendar week 9 and the calendar week 10. So it's having 6.6 and 6.7. So based on this, we have fixed the baseline of 4.7, and we are going to reduce almost the target of 5%. So these are categorizations of the scratch in final inspection. So we can see here the many the scratch has been happening in the part. Many are curve, we have curve area on the ER. So maximum you can see in the flat area the anti-reflective has been, the scratch has been happening. So we are fixing that the flat area having the most scratch in the final inspection. So these data is taken from the 4th April to 14th April. So now I am under into session.
Thank you. So then also as part of the measure phase, we plotted the P chart, that is a proportion control chart, and and this is the data which we plotted covering 1st February to 30th April. So we could see that there are a lot of spikes. So we continue to monitor P chart to understand the proportion of non-conforming items over a period of time. Then we conducted a brainstorming as part of the project, and also we also did the floor walk or the Gemba walk every day. So this was very helpful for us to understand some of the probable cause and to do the in-depth 5-eye analysis. So we plotted the cause and effect diagram. So one of the probable cause, and also during the Gemba walk we observed is after storing the glass and when they're transferring the glass from one process to the other process, so many glasses were getting hit during the cart movement. So this was one of the probable cause. We also witnessed the same during the Gemba walk. And they were storing all these glasses in the cassette, and whenever they are keeping these cassettes in the top 5th row, also there was some tilting of glass happening. It used to develop scratch. Then under machine or system category, we found that they were using a sponge for coolant removal in the cutting process. So that was also developing scratch because it was getting contaminated with some glass, minute glass particles. Then the other probable cause is after anti-reflection process. So they were using sticky roller for anti-fingerprinting. So that sticky roller also was found contaminated with the cullet. So this was also one of the probable cause. And the other cause we found is in the anti-reflection coating process. Sometimes what happening is during the tumbling or the air process, some of the glass will fly from the loading from the loader, and that used to break, and that used to develop, it used to break, and lot of glass particles used to get contaminated on the other glass during the air coating. So this was one of the cause, and after this project we implemented a preventive action. We developed a magnetic type of fixture to hold the glass firmly. So this was also one of the probable cause. And then under method we found one is stacking of the glass in the cassette when they store in the 5th row. So when the employees are very short, when they try to lift from the 5th row, so the glasses used to tilt, and that used to develop scratch. Then transmittance measurement. So in the AG process, they need to do the transmittance measurement every day by taking a sample of 60 parts. So after the transmittance, high probability of the glass getting scratched. Then length measurement, that also caused this issue. So these are all the probable causes. Then as also part of this project, we did the categorization to understand the location of the scratch. So we could see that 39% of the scratch, it was found on the flat area. And this BMW, for the first time, they developed this curved type of glass. This is from more the aesthetic point of view. So on the curved surface also we found 9% of the scratch was found on the curve area. Then we also found 8% of the scratch. It's on the flat area on the AG layer, that is anti-glare coating. Then continuing further analysis, we found that 1% we also found on the curve area. This was on the AG layer. Then again on the flat area 7%, this is under the AG layer coating. And then 2% again on the flat area, this is after the printing process, that is on the printing layer. So we did a detailed categorization to understand the scratch. Then out of all this root cause analysis, we implemented a detailed action plans. So I'm not going to take through all the action items. So we developed a action plan with all the timing plan. We monitored implementation of all the actions. So we have implemented all these action items. Next. So we implemented 6 key action items from this project, all were implemented. I'm just giving an evidence for having implemented these action items. So one is here it is handling of glass, it's very, very important. So operators, we developed a proper handling method, how to handle the glasses gently, and a work instruction. So we can see this is all the work instructions are in Japan. It was prepared by Japanese in the local language. So work instructions were prepared as part of the project, and all the operators were trained, and we also updated the skill matrix. So this is one of the key actions to handle the glass and store it gently in all the cassettes. Then we found in all the cassettes, there was no protection, cassette protection cover. So the glasses used to hit the metallic contact, and there was a high risk of scratch. So we have developed cassette protection cover on all the cassettes. Due to confidential reason, we did not share the right picture because they didn't share. That was one of the action items. And then we also developed a work instruction on how to move the cart. So they need to handle, because some of the operators, they were handling all the carts like this. So then we later on regularized saying all the operators, they need to handle the cassettes by handling the handle, not lifting. So this was also one of the action item implemented at Japan. Yes, sir. Then the other action item is we found that after the transmittance measurement, we collected for 5 days, there were close to 300 parts. So after the transmittance measurement, out of 300 parts when we inspected, we found nearly 70% of those parts were found with scratch. Then we developed a methodology that they should not use good parts for transmittance measurement. They need to use only the previous day's rejected parts for transmittance measurement. Sorry, not previous day, morning shift rejected parts for transmittance measurement. So this way we were able to avoid scrap level, and also it helped us to reduce the scratch. So likewise, even the height measurement also, we started using the rejected parts from morning shift and started saving a lot of scratch. And then this is after the anti-reflection process, they were using the sticky roller. So this also had a lot of scratch mark or the rough surface. So for this also we implemented an action that the sticky roller they use, it should be free from contamination, and also this table should be kept in clean order. We developed a checklist for all this. And then this is another key action item implemented out of this project. In the AR machine, in the AR chamber, they had lot of glass flying issue. When the glass flies, nearly 3 or 4 cycles of production, that is 24 into 4, close to 96 parts will all get rejected. All the glasses will get broken. And it's not only the glasses will get broken during the production, even the subsequent production lot, it will have all the contamination of broken glass, because it's very difficult to clean the AR chamber. We need to stop the production and it will be down for 2 shifts. So in order to avoid this breaking glass, we developed a magnetic fixture out of this project. So that helped the project in a great way to reduce the scratch and also to improve the productivity of AR process. So then before taking the project, there was no proper mechanism or process to maintain the cassettes. So here for handling the glass, they have cassettes which are designed by the supplier. So then after this project, we developed an annual maintenance plan for cassettes, and we also prepared a work instruction how frequently all the cassettes to be maintained, and some of the checkpoints to check the condition of the cassette, because during the project we found all the cassettes had loosened bolts and it used to damage the glass. So as a result of implementing some of these key action items, so we can see that there is a significant reduction. So the baseline was 12% and the target set was 5%. We were able to reduce to 4.2 or 4.5%. This is after implementing all these action items. And 2 months back, the supplier reported now the current scrap level is 3%. So this is process-wise also we have monitored a trend chart for scratch in each of this process. So you can see there were spikes in AG process after implementing all this improved handling and eliminating all the transmittance measurement, length measurement, all this we were able to reduce. Even in the eject process we were able to reduce. And overall we can see scratch in final inspection, there is a significant reduction for this particular failure mode in final inspection. Now it is as low as 1.5% in a final inspection. So we statistically validated with a 2 proportion test. So we can see that null hypothesis is rejected. So we see the improved state or the streamlined process is working better and the yield is improved and the scratch failure mode is reduced. So this is the peak chart. So before improvement we can see. So during improvement and after improvement we had data only for 2 weeks, but we could see that there is a significant reduction even in the reduced LCL and UCL. As part of the project control phase, in order to ensure sustenance of all the established controls, we reviewed the PFMA. So we can see that we implemented all these actions and all the actions were monitored and all the actions were implemented, timely implemented. This is also the control. Then as part of after updating the PFMA, we also established controls and we released the control plan and all these are being followed by the supplier. So in Visteon, if you see in Visteon, we not only follow DMAIC, very important, we give a lot of importance for implication phase, because Visteon we do not want to reinvent the wheel to understand the problem, again do the team, like do the root cause and fix the issue. We do replication, we do the knowledge sharing. So we share this project with the rest of the team members so they can implement this learning in display commodity for the other new programs. Then we received appreciation note from the Global Quality Director saying this is an outstanding achievement. And also we shared this with the OEM, even BMW was quite excited about this improvement, which we did just in 8 or 9 weeks of time. So this is a summary of all the tools used in this project. Since this project is a greenbelt project, we have used all very simple tools, and that too this project was done at the supplier side. We want to do it in a short span. So these are the tools which we have used. So in measure phase we have used Pareto, the trend chart, P chart, that is control chart P, and in analyze brainstorming cause and effect diagram, we did concentration diagram, and improve we had a timely action plan. Then in control phase we continued the trend chart, again we validated with 2 proportion tests. Then AG tools we used this PFMA control plan, and also we updated a lot of work instructions, the skill matrix after rolling out the training program. Then updated the control plan. Then we are continuing the P chart to see the percentage or proportion of non-conforming items over a period of time. Then we did the knowledge sharing, and this project is stored in a central repository at Visteon so that it's accessible to all the other team members. This is a summary of the tools.
It's a very good project, and you have seen the results also. Yeah, I just want to have one question. Before, the 2 weeks where the scrap went up,
Yes.
the previous 2 weeks, the scrap was low.
Yes.
If you see the graph, week number 4th or 5th slide. one more, yeah. Was there any assignable cause for increasing the scrap in number 8, 9, 9 and 10?
9 and 10.
It was 3.4, 3.8.
Yes.
Why it went up almost double?
Yeah, one is in calendar week 6, 7 and 8, they were on a lot of Christmas holidays, so the volumes were very low during, it was very low, I would say 30% they were able to run the production because of less manpower. Then they started in, and also there were some technical reasons as well. Calendar week 9, so that was because when they started the AR machine, there were frequent glass flying in the AR machine, and also the other cause is whenever there was a glass fly, the glass used to get broken. So the operators, instead of reporting as glass broken, they used to report as glass scratch. So now after this project, we have implemented an action item. Whenever there is a glass fly, glass gets broken, they need to update in the production record as glass broken, not scratch. So that was one of the improvement we did and educated the operator. Please do not report a scratch. You need to improve your process in AR process to avoid the glass flying.
So good, okay.
Now, again, of course, the same thing I wanted to ask. That P chart, let us see.
Yes.
From the P chart, we can discuss. Now, generally what we need to do is when the P chart is there, that peak is there. So those causes also, what are the causes for the peak?
Yes.
We need to identify, and then if they are assignable causes, what actions we have taken. If that also is brought out, it will be really good actually.
Okay, sir. I can give a data label. Yes.
That analysis
Yeah,
we
sure.
require. And then let us get into 31, slide 31. So the same thing it has come. Okay, this I have already asked. Now here, now you need to again make another P chart
Yes.
where control limits we need to rework out
Revise,
because of the
yes,
lower
yes,
level
yes.
thing.
Yes.
And then from that you can
Yes.
continue
And
that.
since this data we are not, now the data is not accessible to us, we stopped the project and supply due to confidential reason we will not share.
Acha.
Otherwise we would have updated this.
Okay, then
Thank you, sir.
28, slide 28. So this is where that location-wise scratches,
Yes.
what you showed earlier,
Yes.
the same thing now you have shown here. It's good. So we are able to find out in which area maximum benefit we got it.
So here
Because the surface and then sides, all that you have shown in
Yes.
colors.
So maximum benefit is one is we got from AG process,
Mm.
because here we are measuring the transmittance measurement
Mm-mm.
and depth measurement. Here we got, and to some extent we also got in printing process. So here also we improved the handling. So we educated the operators that they need to handle the glass very gently when they load it in the cassette. And also some of the common actions which benefited all the process is the maintenance of the cassette. So before we took the project, there was no maintenance of cassette. So all the cassettes were damaged. It had a lot of sharp edges. So this also improved to a great extent. And here, AR process, this 3.2, the spike is because the glass will fly when during the anti-reflection coating process. Now we developed a magnetic jig to hold the glass. So this, and also the great benefit also is from the AR process. So now we are able to reduce from almost spike to 0.2% there.
Now the similar issue is there, other glasses, now this is only related to the BMW.
Yes.
What about other cars?
I would say this project is something very unique because BMW is asking for curved type of glass and all the other glass are just flat.
Gotcha.
So here it's overall a new project for us.
Okay, then let us look at finally the C diagram, cause effect diagram.
Yes. Cause and effect diagram. It's in the define phase. Sorry, analyze.
So of course that is a scratch only, not the stain. The effect what we are, this project is on the scratch only,
Yes, sir, it's a
not the
scratch.
stain.
You're right, sir. It's
Scratch only.
Just a-
Now in this, what are the actions we have taken now? Transmission, this we have done I think,
Yes.
ER transmission. That we proved also, that is
Yes.
the cause. Then a tilting of glasses, what is that? That is a storage mechanism you have improved it?
Yes, we have improved.
Acha.
So this tilting of glass, so what we have done is, can you take the improved action plan? So what we have done is operator, before taking the project, they were storing all these glasses up to 5 or 6th row. Now after this project, we have made it mandatory that they should not stack boxes after the 4th row. So if they're stacking at a very top level, when operators stay, the glasses will get taken.
They can make.
So now it is mandated.
Good.
So here we have said.
Then two more, I think. The C diagram again.
Here we have said.
Oh.
Handling of stack up to 4th level is allowed and prohibited the 5th stack box.
Okay.
And now with this.
The sticky, of course, is resolved. Then glass hit during car. Okay. All addressed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.